Nothing is really wrong with your life. And that's what makes this so hard to explain. Because there's no obvious problem. Nothing is falling apart. Nothing is clearly broken. And yet, something doesn't feel right. On paper, things are fine. You're working, you're handling responsibilities, you're doing what you're supposed to do. If someone looked at your life from the outside, they'd probably say you're doing okay, maybe even doing well. But internally, it feels different. It doesn't feel clear. It doesn't feel aligned. It doesn't feel like something you chose. It feels like something you stepped into and just kept going. And the feeling isn't loud. It's not overwhelming. It's quiet. It shows up in small moments. When things slow down, when you finally have space to think, it's easy to ignore, but it's always there. It can feel like restlessness, like something is missing, even when everything is technically there. A lack of excitement, a lack of connection to your own life. Almost like you're going through your life instead of actually living it. Like you're showing up, doing what needs to be done, but not really feeling connected to any of it. Like your life doesn't fully feel like yours. Like you're participating in it, but not directing it. Like you're moving through it without ever stopping to question where it's going. And most people ignore that feeling because nothing is clearly wrong. There's no urgency, no crisis forcing change, so it gets pushed aside and replaced with routine. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and that feeling doesn't go away. It just becomes familiar, something you carry in the background without really addressing it. And over time, it creates this quiet tension, not strong enough to force action, but strong enough to keep you unsettled, like you're living a life that works, but doesn't feel right. So people start to question themselves. They think, maybe I'm just ungrateful. Maybe I should be happy with what I have. Maybe I'm overthinking this. But this isn't about failure, and it's not about being ungrateful. It's about misalignment, a quiet disconnect between the life you're living and the life that actually fits you. Because most people build their lives based on what makes sense, what's expected, what's available, what seems practical, not necessarily what actually feels right. So everything works, everything functions, but it doesn't feel aligned. And that's where the disconnect comes from. And the answer isn't to blow everything up. It's not to make a drastic change. It's to realign, to slow down and get clear on what actually matters to you. Not what sounds good, not what other people expect, but what actually feels right. And then start moving, even in small ways, in that direction. Not all at once, not perfectly, just consistently. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a full plan. You don't need to rush this. You just need to stop moving on autopilot and start making small, intentional decisions that move you closer to a life that actually fits. Because if this is how you've been feeling, you're not alone and you're not stuck. You're just out of alignment. If this is where you are right now and you want a place to slow down, get clear, and actually start moving forward, that's exactly what we're building inside InspireU. Click on the link in the description to check it out.